sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Las Vegas Raiders. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Burrow looking to pass. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Now it's Burrow. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. Play action. It's Burrow. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Second and 11. They go play action with Burrow. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down. Burrow will throw. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
second down and 4.
Push him back. Push him back.
And now here's a carry heading left. And some room to work. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
Extra point by McCann, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. McCann's got it teed up. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. but I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Gray. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Vaughn. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. Johnson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Johnson again. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good, and it's now 14-0. McCann's got it teed up. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Offense set to get this drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Burrow. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off play action. Vaughn. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Off the play fake. Vaughn. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Extra point by McCann, up and good, and that makes the score 21-0. McCann's got it teed up.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the counter, it's Taylor. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. They'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
2nd and 10. Now they go play action now. Burrow. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Steelers will take over possession here up at the 44. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Off play action. Vaughn. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. McCann's got it teed up. This will be fielded inside the 5. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. On the handoff, Taylor. He'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Here we go. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To throw on 2nd down. Vaughn. Out to the flat here for Johnson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Steelers open the lead up to 34-0. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. McCann's got it teed up. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run once more with Taylor. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Things just kind of continuing to unravel for them here in this 2nd half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And sometimes you see big plays develop on a route like this, a slant route, and the object, very simple. Get the ball to your receiver in stride. This one was right on the money. He didn't miss a beat, and then it's off to the races, and there he goes.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. There he goes, right side. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. 70 yards. And the Steelers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good, and that will extend this big lead. McCann's got it teed up. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd down and 5. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page, because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Finds his tight end Ingram. Fighting through, and he's got space. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35. A big play that time on the catch and run. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now a give to Taylor. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. Will try for 3. This from 54 yards away. And Lutz's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive, because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. 66 yards. And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. McCann's got it teed up. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They'll try the left side with Taylor. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Third down. It's Taylor. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a fourth down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 142 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.